That should work. We'll see if it works. Yes, it works.
It works.
Excellent. We have an excellent connection.
Damn.
All right. So, Ryan, this is us. You don't have to slouch. You're just huge. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, there's plenty of room for you.
I like slouching though.
There's
Put my
plenty of
weird
room.
foot
Try
back
that.
in.
Try that Union
Should I
Club.
do it? Okay. Smells like a Union Club.
Does it?
It's good.
Was it good?
It's good. It's very sweet.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's good.
Union Club is a pre-prohibition style cocktail. We've talked about it before, actually.
Look how tiny this looks in my hand. That's amazing.
You have huge hands.
I do.
You're enormous.
Anyway, pre-prohibition style.
Yeah. It's a bourbon drink. It's got orange juice, Campari, Bourbon, and Luxardo, which is a bit of...
So I have been mispronouncing it for sure.
No. Luxardo. It's a liqueur, actually.
Luxardo.
It's got an X in it.
It's one of them, yeah. So
maraschino and cherries come from that. I'm eating a bowl.
And you're done. Just stop. He's eating a
Of
bowl.
bulgogi?
I don't know. It doesn't look like bulgogi.
Is it bulgogi?
No, that's not.
It's these pieces, these chunks
It's chunks of pieces.
of noodle. Is this bulgogi?
It's
no,
not.
that's meat. That's duboki.
Duboki.
Yeah. This one's better, so I'm going to fix this when I figured it out.
Duboki.
That's
Awesome.
what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Ryan, tell the masses who you are.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
I'm eating Duboki. You talk
okay,
about yourself. Who the fuck are you?
I'm Ryan. I live in Kentucky. I've lived in Kentucky most of my life. I was born here.
Speak up.
I
Too
am
big
speaking
now.
up.
There you go.
I don't want to yell the whole time. Can we move this closer so I can breathe in it awkwardly and just be like,
That you could.
thank you. All right, I'll scoot forward. Oh God. Yes. Where are my meters? Oh, we're good. Meters are good. We're green. Barely.
Green is low. You want to be where my voice is, right about -20.
Yours is still green though. I don't
Yeah,
want to
it's
shout
green.
like this. Thank you.
You don't have to
All right,
shout.
this one's
You
fine.
gotta
So
use,
I
you gotta
am.
use your diaphragm.
I'm from here. Oh
You
God.
gotta
There we go.
talk like
All
a-
right.
Now talk like a man.
Okay. We're staying alive.
Yeah.
From Kentucky. Live in Kentucky currently. My degree was in film production. Actually, technically, it was multimedia and film production. I'm a senior analyst in the tech industry now, which is very related.
It is pretty related, tech.
I mean, yes,
It is,
it's true.
right?
I like it.
Look at this mushroom. Looks like a penis.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. So that's what I do. I work
So
in
talk,
tech.
talk a little bit about what you did.
What I did.
What'd you do?
What I did. What I do. So God, what did I do? So eventually I'll spare you everything about.
Don't spare.
Yeah, I'm sparing.
I got a whole bowl of Duboki.
Let's gotta get through it.
Hit it.
Got my degree in film production. Moved out to California. What would end up being a temporary move.
Where in California?
Studio City.
Where is that?
It is very close to / it's in LA County. It's considered like Los Angeles for people who don't know like what Los Angeles is. So I moved to LA. Started working with a friend's production studio.
What was the name of it?
Oh God, I can't remember. They went away though. They're no longer a studio.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like this like internship technically. It was really weird because I was trying to finish up my degree at the same time and I was making the film major at the college and I like convinced them to get this internship that wasn't really an internship. It was like going out and helping my friends in their studio. And about, oh God, I can't remember. The goal was to live out there permanently, and then a bunch of like life stuff, meaning my wife and I found found out we were expecting a child,
The child.
the child kind of ended that
So you went out.
prematurely.
So you went out. Wait, what did you end prematurely?
My life in LA?
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Not the child. The child
the child
lives.
is around.
Child lives.
The child lives. The child's cool.
As far as I know, he's still alive. He was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So you went to LA County, on the heels of a film degree.
Right. No, kind of in the middle of it, but
In the
also
middle of
kind of at the end. It's very nebulous. It was 8 years ago
Now, why?
or something.
Okay, well, what were you? Well, we'll get into that. Continue, and then I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions about your experience.
Yeah. That was the story, Will. What are the questions? So, moved back. I don't know if you are. I don't know who the viewers are at this point.
So
That said,
yeah.
Kentucky is an interesting place to have a film degree. Meaning you should not have a film degree and live in Kentucky if you plan to work in film.
really?
Yeah, there are no film jobs. So, yeah, it's not a thing. You can like be a graphic designer / filmographer / photographer / kitchen manager at a ad firm for nothing, or you can get a different career for the most part if you want to stay in the state. Now, some people don't want to stay in the state. I think it's better to. I like Kentucky for having a child.
So,
How do you feel about children in Kentucky, Will?
you know, like in general, children that are in Kentucky,
Just take it wherever you want to go with it. Children?
children are fine.
Good.
I spit everywhere. Children are fine. I don't want them.
You don't want them?
I don't want them.
Like in general, you don't want children to exist, or you don't want your own?
I don't want my own.
Okay. I thought we would clarify that for the listeners. Will is fine with the existence of children,
I'm perfectly fine with children existing.
just not existing around him, usually. Even around
I'm
him.
fine-
could
I'm
be
fine
okay.
with that.
Yeah?
I'm okay with it.
Just you don't want your own. Good.
Right.
All right. I hope this is going
It's going well. Okay, so we technically started on time, but I had the privacy to private instead of public. So the first 5 minutes.
So people are confused about who I am.
Yeah, they don't know who you are.
That's
You
fine.
need,
I don't
you
know
need
who
to
I am. I
re-say
don't know
who
I am
you
either.
are.
We're gathered here today to listen to us talk.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
Ryan.
Ryan Cox. Continue. Who are you, Ryan? Tell
I'm
it all
Ryan.
again.
No, I'm not doing it again. I had a film degree. I still have a film degree. Technically, the film degree that I have doesn't ever really go away. So I had and still have the film degree. I don't do anything with the film degree. The film degree sits on a shelf in my office.
Why did you go into film?
Because I thought it would be cool and fun and I would enjoy it. All of which were true.
That's it?
That's it.
I mean, there's lots of things that I do that are, I think,
I mean, it's,
fun
it's
and
one
I
of those.
enjoy it,
It's
but-
one of those deals where like everyone's like, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" And you're like, "I don't know. I want to do everything." And they're like, "Well, you can't do everything. You have to pick." And so you pick, and you pick a physiological psychology degree, and then you realize 3.5 years into that degree that you picked wrong, and you have to start over again. So that's when I picked film.
okay, hold on.
Yeah.
This was not a part of the first part of the story.
Well, we had to start over.
All right?
So I thought we would just go in. So
Prior to the film degree,
prior
what
to
were
the
you
film
doing?
degree.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was a sight guy.
Well,
Mostly because I couldn't make my mind up, and it seemed good at the time, and I was.
why did it seem good?
The school I was attending at the time, which shall not be named, it was conveyed to me strongly that it was a good school for psychology. And so when you get, in my experience, when you get to college and you're like, hey, I don't really know what I want to do. Let's do what the school is good at doing. So that's what I did. And then I did 3-ish years of it. 3.5, 3, something like that. And realized I did not want that as a career.
Why?
My initial inclination is to say I don't like people enough. I don't know that that's true. I feel like I do generally like, I don't know where I stand on people very
What
much
about
anymore.
psychology?
No, it had to do with it. So psychology, like you can't just like do psychology without interacting with people. And so like for a lot of people, when you're like, I was thinking about clinical psychology, and I was thinking like, I'd studied physiological psychology, but I was leaning towards like therapy and stuff like that.
What is physiological psychology?
It's like it's more of the structures.
I know the words.
The interaction of the structures and how to manipulate, like how does medicine work? How does it affect mood and stuff like that? As I recall, it's been like 15 years or something stupid. Maybe not 15, but it's been like forever ago.
I think you could probably scoot up about half a foot.
Yeah, they don't see my chin.
They don't see your chin.
No, I mean,
look
if I
bigger
scoot
than
up
you,
half a
that's
foot.
not the truth. There you go. That's right.
I told you.
Ryan is about 13 and a half feet tall.
Our heads are actually normal size now.
Yeah, he's a big guy. This way.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Sometimes.
Anyway, you can't get off the screen. You're hiding. You were
I'm
too
not.
big to hide.
I can't do it.
You can't hide.
I think the real reason is you weren't picking my mic up, or you weren't picking me up well enough with the mic, right?
Well, as you get closer to the mic, you hush.
I'm just being really loud right now,
You're
guys.
really trying to
I'm
not
trying really hard.
project.
Can you guys hear me well?
Yeah,
All right,
they
thank you.
can definitely hear you.
All right, good. Yeah. So didn't like psych in the sense that I didn't want to interact with people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fix people's problems. I don't know. I just didn't think it would. There was something that was very off-putting about a career as that at that point in time. So,
This
yeah.
is so you don't get all self-conscious.
Oh, I'm not. I can't. I wasn't even looking at myself. I was looking down at my
I
drinks.
was looking at me.
That's good.
That's what I do when I watch these
know.
things. And it's annoying. I wish like on like Zoom, well actually on Zoom calls you can do this. You can turn off the profile view.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
people can see you. Well, what we need is then is a podcast, right? No, we need faces.
You need faces, but I don't want to be looking at my face while I'm talking.
Right, but then I don't really know where to look, so I'll end up like not looking at the camera, which is hilarious.
Well, you can look at me and look at
Hello,
the camera.
Will. Hi.
If you do it enough, you start looking at the mic instead.
I have done that, yeah. But the camera is not there.
No.
It's here.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, so you went to LA. Tell me about your time in LA, because I only went to LA. I have only been there once.
I have to ask you though before we continue: is this the most scattered conversation you've had yet? I'm very curious because you've interviewed a few
No.
people. Okay,
No.
interesting. I'm disappointed.
Not.
Slightly disappointed.
Not
I'm
even close.
projecting now.
Yeah.
So
Tell them about your time
my
in LA.
time in LA. I'll see you later. Well, bye.
I'll be right back.
All right, time in LA. I can't remember how long I was actually there. I feel like this is a therapy session. It was sometime 2012. I moved out there to do an internship / work with some friends. It was okay. I enjoyed it. I loved the weather. As soon as I left, they had droughts and fires though, so maybe I should have stayed. But I worked with a small production studio, and we did commercials. We worked on some kind of smaller, low to mid-budget films. I think they were probably pretty low budget. The funny thing about film budgets is they seem a low-budget film in LA or in the film industry, whether it's Georgia, anywhere else. It's a big budget, just objectively speaking. But we worked on lower budget things and some commercials. So Will has abandoned me. Here he is. So that's how it went.
This soda water is the bomb.
Isn't it good?
Here, I got you some water.
Water?
Yeah.
Is that all that this is? It's not vodka? You're
No,
not-
that's just water.
Just making sure.
That's just vodka.
It's just vodka?
Vodka. Actually, did you know that vodka?
Yeah?
Duh. You know, vodka
Yeah!
comes from.
Trees.
No, it doesn't.
Spinach. Should I keep going?
Shall I tell you where it comes from?
I'm waiting.
Vodka, apparently. The etymology of the Russian word, vodka, actually means water of life. As in eau de vie.
Really?
As in the spirits.
That tells you something about Russians.
So the water of life, the spirits,
Yeah.
that's where vodka comes from. That's what the word means. It's like good water or something like that,
So if that's like,
or life water. or
if
something.
that's your thought, like if you're like, I'm going to name this drink Water of Life,
Water of life.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then just go with it. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, yes, the Water of Life, I love it.
Well, it's weird in French. So you have eau de vie, which means water of life. You can have, I'm probably going to mispronounce this, but it's eau de toilette, which means not water of the toilet. Yeah, maybe toilet water.
Toilet water. Yeah.
It's either toilet water or toilet smell, and that's perfume.
I know. It's toilet. Because toilet meant something different back then.
I think they're just like, oh, this is what you use to make the toilet not smell like a toilet.
I think someone made the toilet and then
They
smelled it and realized they needed something else.
They did. Okay, so film in Kentucky. You had a pretty bold statement there
Okay.
about it just not existing.
It's not a thing. Not really. I mean, it's a thing. It's just not. You don't really get paid to do it. So you can, like, you'll see films like Burning Kentucky is the one that comes to mind.
That's the one. That's the one. I was just talking about that with Matthew Williams and Jake Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out like 3 years ago.
No,
Right?
even less than that. Yeah, I think it was a year or two ago.
Well, it had to be more than that because I was in town. No,
No, it
you're
was a year or
right.
two ago.
You're right.
Yeah, it was
You're
then.
right because I'd gotten back, and it won a ton of awards.
Yeah.
And it's all about Appalachia, and all like slow mo and about drugs.
Mm.
Did you
Well,
see
I mean, I haven't actually seen it, which is funny.
Yeah. I saw one of the premieres.
So
it
my
actually
wife saw
wasn't. It wasn't at the Kentucky.
They did premiere it at the Kentucky.
They did, but
But-
that's not the one I went to.
Yeah.
I traveled for it. I thought it was, but I actually traveled for it. And I can't remember the director's name, but she is a woman who's far younger than us from Kentucky, and I believe she's blonde.
She's Bethany. I don't remember her last name. It used to be Anderson. I can't remember what her name is now. She's married now. And my wife, I think, grew up with her. So they were friends.
They were friends.
Maybe still are. I don't know.
So my thoughts on the film were it was beautiful.
Well, it's hard for me to critique a film that I haven't seen, so I'll listen to your critique of it.
So it's beautiful. It's shot very well. There's a whole lot. Basically, it showcases Appalachia in serious ways. And one of the things that Matthew Williams, who's a director I've worked with several times, and Jake Rourke, who's one of the actors who works with Matt a lot, and they're from London, I think, London, Kentucky.
Right.
They're talking
I
about
have to specify.
how well, I mean,
Right.
you know,
No,
we're broadcasting to the world, so save China.
Save China?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's a rant.
Oh, I just meant, I thought you were like, save China. And I was
No,
like, I mean,
as in we're broadcasting.
I
to
don't
everyone
think
but
we
China.
can.
No.
Or maybe, I don't know. With the exception of China, is I think what you meant.
Whew.
There we go. Is that good?
It's just intense.
Bourbon.
ADHD. So
I might have it.
maybe one of the things we're talking about is how a lot of people, as in most people, don't realize how pretty, how beautiful Kentucky actually is.
Right. They just think of horses and bourbon.
Yeah, well,
Which, I mean, they're
and
not
drugs.
really wrong. Horses, bourbon, drugs, pregnancy,
Yeah.
being barefoot.
No one goes
Not having all your teeth.
No one goes barefoot.
I used to. I mean, technically I'm barefoot.
You are barefoot
now,
right now.
which is interesting.
I'm
I'm
kind
not
of.
barefoot.
But we're inside. I'm talking about we do wear shoes. The point is, when I saw this movie, and it's one of those movies that it feels too long. Like it's not boring, and I like long ass movies. But it's a movie where, and this is called Burning Kentucky. It's a movie where I noticed that the length of it.
Right.
And part of that's because many of the scenes are incredibly atmospheric, clearly like 60 frames per second or something, and like that hyper realistic. It almost looks slow-mo.
Oh, really? They didn't shoot it in 24 frames per second?
Oh, I have no idea what they shot it in,
Oh.
but that's what I'm saying. When you see 24 frames or 23 point whatever, it doesn't look hyper real magic.
Right, because it's not supposed to.
Right. So I don't know what they did, but I'm assuming it was something along those lines. And there's so much of it, like Kubrick style, shots where it's like a static shot that, or you think it's static, but it slowly dollies in.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you're like, wait, is it moving or not? And it's like on, you hear like the sounds of nature and whatever deciduous tree in Appalachia is kind of like blowing in the wind, and then it cuts to a very gritty, what is it like? Not Shelbyville, Ashland.
Oh yeah.
Like Ashland style. So for those of you that don't know what any of the cities and whatnot, any of the towns and such in Kentucky, describe Ashland. Not that I've been there a lot, but everybody kind of knows what it is.
I actually haven't been there a lot either, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask to describe it. Yeah.
It's gray.
Gray?
It's very gray.
It's gray.
If you drive, so if you're in Kentucky or really anywhere, and you're driving to West Virginia, one of the things about West Virginia is you're starting to go through the Appalachian Mountains. So they're really old mountains. They're incredibly forested, and you're winding around mountains and such. Suddenly, it seems sudden, as you're in these mountains, you'll come across, especially if it's nighttime, what look like cities, like whole towns.
Oh yeah,
but they're not towns.
They're not towns at all. Yeah.
What are they?
They're the not towns.
They're the not towns. What they actually are.
They're to kill you. They're coal mining.
They're coal mining things.
Coal mining things. It's the technical term.
They're industry.
We patented it.
So it'll be like industrial complexes and factories and such. And that's a lot of what those towns are built around. So they're really built up and such, but everything's around this industrial complex. And if you're growing up in a town like that, there's not much else to do, right? Like you get to be like 16 some odd years old and you go to the coal mine, and that's the job, or you get into drugs. So in Burning, Kentucky, there's this juxtaposition of the shots of being incredibly beautiful, very natural, beautiful, and like dreamy slow-mo. Boom, you're in the civilized part. And what it's about is civilized people having a stigma against hill people, who, people who live off the land, who have their own rules. The law doesn't go up there. They're in the holler, which is the hollow of the mountain. And they're considered kind of savages. But in reality, you find out that it's the town people that are actually much more savage than these hill people, like the old way of Kentucky.
Right.
In short, the film, I liked it. I thought it was pretty, but incredibly derivative.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on it, but you tend to run out of, in the movies I've seen about Kentucky, you kind of tend to run out of things to do, because like Kentucky's pretty, people don't know that. We show Kentucky is pretty. Kentucky people are unique and awesome in their own way, so it's good to show these things, but at the same time, you end up just kind of telling the same story over and over again. So you have, at least that's been, of the few films I've seen, I don't know. And again, I haven't seen this one, so it's really hard for me to comment on it. But
I mean, it won awards. Who cares what
I
have to say,
no,
right?
For sure. But it's at the same time, it's like I'd like to see something new. And so the problem is, my guess, the problem is how do you pitch a new film about Kentucky to the people that have money? Because the people that have money tend not to be in Kentucky. I mean, obviously there are exceptions. People in Kentucky can have money and maybe they fund some things.
There's a lot of rich people here too.
But like, how many of them do you know that are funding films?
Well,
I don't know many.
That's exactly it. Well,
So
I mean,
like,
but
where's the money? Right.
Goldfinger was, or a good portion of it was shot in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
That movie Elizabeth.
Secretariat was shot here.
Secretariat, boom.
I'm a news reporter, probably somewhere in there. Seabiscuit was shot here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, like I believe. I know.
But it's all about horse racing.
It's horse stuff. It's always horse.
And then there's E-Town, which is Elizabethtown, which I talked about last time in my Matthew
which was
Williams
shot
Jake Rook thing.
partially in Versailles.
And yet, the way that they show Kentucky is that it's this proverbial labyrinth. Like Orlando Bloom gets lost going from the Louisville airport to Versailles and E-Town. Like
It's a difficult drive. I mean,
you go.
he was probably on the wrong side of the highway the whole time.
Right, but like for real.
Left.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why make up any kind of mystique about it? Like, there's such a stigma. Oh, you're from Kentucky. That.
What was interesting, and like in the timing of this is interesting too, because I don't know if you've seen Queen's Gambit on Netflix.
I have not seen it, but I have been told there's a scene.
It's set. Some of it, much of it, is set in Kentucky.
Oh, really? I only saw the first episode.
So she's from Kentucky.
Well, she doesn't have an accent.
I know, it's funny. So she's from Lexington.
I mean, neither do we.
Right, exactly. So she's just like
She's from Lexington?
Yeah, she's from Lexington. They show Henry Clay High School, and it's obviously not Henry Clay High School. The funniest part is that...
You're talking about like the Circle 4 thing?
Yes. We're like, I live all the way out on New Circle. And it's a circle. Like, where? That tells you nothing. So but I mean, they made an effort.
But when that movie occurs in like the 50s, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here's...
Well, I mean, it occurs like 50s, 60s.
Right, but 50s, 60s, that is interesting because in the 50s and 60s, there was nothing beyond New Circle.
Right.
Yep. So New Circle was like, beyond New Circle was literally countryside in the 50s and 60s. There's nothing there.
But to live all the way out New Circle means nothing.
Right, out New Circle.
Out New Circle, it's a loop.
I don't know when it was finished, though.
I mean, it was a circle.
No, it had to be. It had to be laid. They didn't just go.
No, circles
like a
are
donut.
always circles. They birthed it and lowered it from the heavens.
Right. It was supposed to be a circle, but I don't know when the highway was actually finished.
Yeah, I don't know.
The reason that I find that interesting is Matthew Williams mentioned that as well, and I didn't put it in context of where it is. Now they said there was a bridge. In the scene.
They may have mentioned it. I honestly don't remember.
And there are no bridges. I mean, there's technically...
New Circle does go over bridges, yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes over other roads.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's not a bridge like the Golden Gate. Or like,
Well, most bridges aren't the Golden
London
Gate.
Bridge.
Right, I know.
Name an actual bridge
it's like
over a body of water.
Long bridge.
A bridge over a body of water.
Over water?
Any of them.
I mean, you always Golden
Yeah,
Gate Bridge.
none of
just
them.
Goes
Right,
to mind,
it's right there. Yeah, there are no big bridges on New Circle Bridge.
There might be small ones.
There are plenty of small ones.
So that's why the reference, like everything else made sense, but the reference to out New Circle, regardless of, and I don't remember if they mentioned a crossroad or not, but it was funny.
Why wouldn't they show Henry Clay High School, the actual one?
It probably looks different than it did in the 60s. Or does it?
That's not that's true. It may have been rebuilt
or remodeled. Because
Garden Springs, which is an elementary school, it burned down.
How recently?
Oh, a long time ago. I went to Garden Springs at that time. It burned down, so like kindergarten, first grade for me.
He burned down Garden Springs in kindergarten.
I woke up in the morning and my mom was like, "You're not going to school," and I was like, "Great, why? The school burned." And I was like, "What?" And I don't even know what that means. I'm 5.
And then he hid the matches in the toilet.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah.
Okay, so
anyway, the whole point of me bringing that up was I thought it was funny that it's set in Kentucky, but they just treat Kentucky like a place.
It's just a place.
Like they had to. It's a geographical location. Like back to Lexington, I have this.
Well, it's in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky.
Sure, but it's like it's not even treated like in the middle of nowhere. It's just treated like it's not treated. It's really weird because most people.
It's just a setting.
Yeah, it's Kentucky. But there's nothing that uniquely identifies it as being in Kentucky in a way that's recognizable, which I kind of liked in a way because everyone has this, if in the films you see about Kentucky, everyone's like, I have to portray it in an accurate and real way, and you're like, but people, okay, that's cool, and I get that people don't want to just be made out to be a bunch of hicks and whatever, like, oh, you're trailer trash hicks, whatever, people in Kentucky, I mean, so I guess that's nice, but when you're all making the same film. it's interesting.
So,
So for this, like, they didn't make the film. They just had a setting, and they just
they
left
went
it.
with them.
Just
Well,
left
see,
it.
I've only seen the first episode.
And
so
I actually didn't see that whole first episode, and I heard it was not as good as the other ones. So maybe watch another.
okay, back to your experience in film.
Yeah.
So, I remember, when we met, you were in school, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was at that point. This is what, 08, 09?
Yeah, 2008, I think. 2009.
Yeah.
And I remember you had talked about some of your work, but really that's not a conversation we talk about much.
Right.
So
Yeah.
talk a little bit about what you did when you were in film school, or in film classes, or whatever you want to call them, however you want to denigrate yourself.
So I'll tell
Whatever.
you, my professors, essentially, so the film major didn't exist. I created the major with the assistance of two professors who put a lot of effort into helping me get to where I was, which was
Yep.
nice. But one of the professors taught theater, and one of the professors, his degree, or at least his undergrad, I think it was his actual doctorate, was in anthropology. So he had a very documentary-based approach to things, which is good. But it was really interesting how it all ended up
So I'm moving the
coming
mic a little
together.
bit.
Yeah. So.
I'm moving the mic to be near your face.
I don't talk loudly enough, apparently.
You don't.
Okay, sorry. But so what I did was just basically project when I was in school. So it's just like, okay, we need to divide the group up of whatever. So he taught this, one of the professors, the anthropologist, he taught his own classes on technique and film stuff, and I'd been dabbling in film and stuff from the beginning. So it was a little weird for me being like, oh, I've been kind of doing this already, and just kind of playing around. But I don't know. I didn't put a lot of effort into saving what I did in college. I didn't have individual things. The funniest thing I did, it wasn't intentionally funny, but it was my final project before I graduated. It was supposed to be a documentary, and so I did it on. I was completely at a loss for what I wanted to make it on. I knew I was, I put on some weight at Berea, and I was like,
As you do.
As you do, yeah. Berea makes you.
Why wouldn't
fat.
you do that?
But I was like, well, I should lose weight. I'm going to make a documentary about my weight loss.
No table talk.
Because I'm shaking the camera.
You shake the camera really
I know,
bad.
it's good. That's what I was doing.
It's really bad.
I just want to see what it looked like.
Well, you won't see it on here because it will, because we're seeing ourselves.
I know, but there's a delay. No, I see it.
Oh, can you actually see it?
Yeah, boom. See?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, that's like a small screen.
Right.
If you actually see it on a big screen, it's actually nauseating. Straight
Yes.
up, like it's like.
I won't do it as much anymore.
Yeah, don't do it anymore.
Just a little.
Stop it.
Occasionally. As a surprise.
Just
So
kidding.
it was a weight loss documentary because I was like, well, if I do a documentary on weight loss, not only will it be as boring as possible, it will also be
Why'd you do it?
motivation to
Were you just
actually
being a
lose
dick?
weight. No, well, a little bit, but I was also like, yeah, this will help me actually try to lose weight. So I weighed exactly the same at the beginning of the documentary as I did at the end. So I lost no weight at all. And so I got a C on the project. But I documented.
But you got a C because you lost no weight?
No, I just stopped caring.
That's just an assy thing for the teacher to
no,
do.
it wasn't based on the weight. I'll clarify that. This professor, I like this professor a lot. It was, I was under a lot of technically stress, I guess. I really don't tend to stress out, but I was graduating. I had to find a new job. Our kid was being born in 3 months. There was a lot of stuff going on.
So this is after I had left.
Where did you leave? Oh yeah,
Well,
because
your
pieced
child
out.
was
you were gone.
born in 2013.
14. February.
Oh man! So I had actually gotten back.
You gotten back and left again, or were you still back?
I was back. I was back for the long haul. That was my long haul. I'm back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I graduated.
We had drinks
Mm-hmm.
at Tally Ho just prior to your child being born.
Yeah.
Because you were like, yo, dude, kid's being born. We should hang out before
I've got
this
no
happens.
other time. Yeah, it's like it's done after
Yeah.
this, and it
Yeah.
was for a while.
It was for a while,
It
but
was for
I
a
mean, you
bit.
guys got through it.
But
You're getting through it.
no, I know. So like,
And your kid is awesome.
he is good. He's good as far
Very
as kids go.
smart. He's smarter than me, and that's intimidating.
Yeah, he might be smarter than everyone.
He's actually really smart.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
He can tell you how many lumens there are, though.
The-
That's for sure.
serious about the limits.
How many lumens are there? Enough.
There's enough.
Enough lumens.
So,
So,
what
yeah.
did you want to?
So-
What did
so,
you
like,
want
what did I
to
want?
do
What?
before it all
Before the
came crashing
child.
down?
Yeah. To be clear, I'm not blaming my child for my lack of
No,
film
no, no,
career.
it's your fault.
I'm just blaming my child for the lack of film career. No, I don't know. I was going to go move out and, permanently live in LA, kind of work your way up is the goal. I had friends that or people I knew that were out there.
Are they still out there?
A lot of them are,
Really?
but a lot of them aren't doing film. They're working in the film
Right,
industry
right,
in a
right.
way, but they're not doing film.
Right.
So they'll work for like people that have tie-ins with film, or like they do licensing, or they do rentals, or they do other stuff. But as far as actually out making their own films, no.
So your intention of going out there
Mm.
was to roll out and be an actor or be a filmmaker, director.
Yeah, it was
a
more.
grip.
It
What
was
was
more like I liked editing. Camera operation was fine, but editing was what I felt pretty good
So
at.
post production.
Post production in general. Well, I mean, it's very specific what you do in post. So like you have a full-time colorist who only touches color. You have editors that only.
Screw that.
Actually, I enjoyed it.
Oh my god.
I liked it.
Oh
can
no,
make
that,
it real-
that is not me.
Real pretty.
Man, so I use Final Cut Pro X. And
They dropped the X, by the way.
really?
It's just Final Cut Pro now.
Now it's just, well, my version is X.
Did you update?
Yeah, good bam.
Double check your updates.
Hoppa.
Might just be Final Cut Pro.
I
now.
don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, it used to be X.
it did. I used that,
Yeah.
and I got to the point where I was like, I'm gonna color this bitch, and I got pretty into it, and I started throwing things into DaVinci Resolve, which is another program which is actually free. Well, there's a paid version, but
Free-ish.
the free version is actually really good.
Yeah. I think it caps it. Used to be 1080p.
That it may
It could
be.
be 2.5K now.
Most of the stuff I was doing was I was throwing it on YouTube
Yeah.
and a little bit onto Prime, so 1080p is fine. And I don't have any camera that shoots at 4K, so
I do.
yeah, you do because
Here's my phone.
you have everything.
It's my phone.
You have everything.
I don't. Just a phone.
Regardless,
Mm.
I realized I hit the wall. Like there was a point where I was really into colorizing, and color grading and getting into LUTs and all that stuff, lookup tables and whatnot, making these cinematic look. I'm gonna hit you with my mind.
Brain slap.
And
A good production company. Brain slap.
that would be good. That would be awesome. Africa.
Yeah.
Wait, Africa.
Somewhere.
And yeah, I hit a wall. I was like, I'm done. Like, I do not care at all. And I'll tell you when it really happened. One of my buddies, who lives in China, he's got an English teaching school. So it's for Chinese people.
So it's like his school?
Yeah, it's his school.
Nice.
It's called Culture Yard. It's awesome. They win like awards and stuff. Anyway.
From all their culture?
Yeah, they really are legit. Anyway,
That's cool.
they don't teach English. When I worked there, they taught English. They teach Chinese now. Yeah, when I worked there and worked with him, it was like way back, like 2010, 2011, and they taught like English, Chinese, Russian, all kinds of stuff. Now it's only teaching Chinese to foreigners. That is my bad. Anyway,
Huh, that sounds even better.
Culture Yard's awesome.
Yeah.
And he sent me, they started doing remote stuff because, 2020. And he sent me this video and said, hey, the audio's a little messed up and could you make it look better? So I threw down. Messed with, I color corrected
So you said the audio is off. Can you make it look better?
Well, both.
Okay.
Make the audio
Seemed
sound
like
good.
a strange request.
Because they weren't using a mic. They were using like
This sounds bad. Make it pretty. Aesthetic.
synesthesia. Is that what
Visually.
that
Yeah, no. It's like, I'm hearing colors today.
is? Like, what was that? Do you smell that?
Hello, thank you.
Anyway,
That's blue.
I spent like a few hours on it. And speaking of blue, his shirt was like this gray, and I changed it to like, the nice royal blue.
Wow.
Azure.
His eyeballs turn green. And you're
Yeah.
like, what the hell do I do with
He
green
has blue
eyeballs
eyes.
now? Yeah, well, I mean,
Like you do. Do you?
I don't know. They change.
Eyeballs don't change color. I mean, like when you're over time.
No, they do. Well, not immediately. It's not like bam, bam, bam. But like, they will look different under different lighting conditions.
That doesn't mean they change.
And
that
they
means
do
look
act,
different.
and they do actually change over time. Look it up.
Hey, look! I look
It's
blue.
a real thing.
I look blue now.
Oh, that's amazing.
But
his
am I
eyes,
blue?
his eyes are blue.
Am I actually blue?
Oh God.
I want to actually see if I am blue because it.
The smirk of knowledge.
I am blue.
I am.
Anyway,
Actually, look greenish there.
there's a little bit of aqua.
Aquamarine.
Anyway, I did all this work, all this color work on this video. Sent it to him. It looked good.
On your computer or on his? Or both?
I mean, it looked good on
Arguably any, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it looked good in the fields. On the grass and stuff. So it
Yeah.
looks good anywhere. Goddammit.
The good grass.
The good grass.
It's the good grass.
And he was like, I can't tell the difference. And it's because most people, when they look at something, they're like, whatever. Like they don't notice the fine thing, the fine things.
The fine things in
You know, the fine-tuned whatever. Oh, look at this. I spent an hour messing with the exposure.
Right.
Most people don't give a damn. They don't
Really?
care.
They don't care.
They care if the audio is synced with what is being said.
Well, what's funny is video people tend to not care about the audio, which is really funny. So you'll hear just like
And the audio is really what matters.
Yeah, I know. And people don't realize oh, it's beautiful, and it's like sounds like someone's just crackling a bag of chips in the background. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you see that part? It's like no, we didn't because no one cares. No one
I
watches.
sound like I'm echoing in a hallway somewhere,
Right.
but doesn't that sound wonderful? Can you understand every word I'm saying? It's great.
That actually worked really, really well.
I know. It's like I've done this before.
So, what the hell was I talking? Oh yeah, editing, colorizing. So you went to go do
Things.
colorizing,
No, editing predominantly. Yeah, just like
like as in chopping stuff.
yeah, I
together?
wanted to chop. Hacha! I done now. Yeah, so I mean, I was open to anything, honestly. I mean, the weird thing about that is like you go out there and you're forced to be specialized. So if you get into something, you do this thing. So like it extends to like acting, like typecasting and stuff.
Sure.
If you do one thing, you do that. But like there's really not, or at least it wasn't at that point, and maybe everything's different now. But there wasn't really the one size fits all. I'm decent at everything, whatever. Maybe not amazing at everything, but I'm decent at this. I'm good at
the
this.
jack of all trades.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
master
Like they want the best of the best for everything. Like you're good at this, you're good at that, and no one has time to be everything. If you're working, if you're not working, you're a server at California Pizza Kitchen.
And I mean, it sounds like so. It's interesting to compare that. It's interesting for me to compare that to, you're talking about what 2010.
Probably 12.
2012 to what I hear now. So I've got 3 friends who are out there. 4 friends who are out there.
It's finding new friends.
Finding new friends immediately.
I have 7 new friends.
One of them isn't in the industry at all. One of them is like tertiarily in the industry.
That's a good word.
Thank you very much.
Tertiary too. Is tertiarily a word? I think it may be.
I just made it an
tertiary
adverb, I think.
too. Yeah.
And is it?
Tertiary. You can
too.
be tertiary too. Tangentially.
You're probably right.
You can have something tangential.
But tangentially,
It's slightly different.
that
Tangentially,
technically
it's
is.
different.
But I'm saying like 2 parts removed and is the 3rd part. Hence the tertiary. You're probably
true.
tertiary too.
Tertiary too.
I wonder if it's an adjective or if it's a synonym.
We should find out. Tertiarily.
Let's find out.
Tertiarily.
Hold on. Let me do that. and then do that. No, this is actually gonna totally blow things up. The main Greek stuffs. Where's the thingamajig? Firefox, Mozilla Firefox. Boom.
I'll stop now.
Just slap you in your
You're
big,
welcome. You're welcome.
your big head.
Definitely makes it look real big. I like
You
it.
don't have a big head. Jesus. Why didn't that work?
You did it wrong.
Oh, is it in the wrong? Oh, it's locked.
It looks good, just
It's
wrong.
over here.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay, let's make that huge. Whoa, what
You're,
have I been
you're
looking
making it huge.
at? What have I been looking at?
Watch people die inside. It's not what you would expect.
Yeah. Oh my God. I won't even lie. So watch people die inside. They just watch people die inside.
It is.
I love these things.
I know, they just pick
This
the
is
clips
just the-
to
this is the
draw
greatest.
you in.
Of course, that is clickbait. Okay. I'm also, by the way, how to stop incoming phone things for your. So if you have an iPhone.
You don't want your Mac to ring.
Yeah, I learned. I learned how to do it.
No, it's
There it
really,
is.
really
How
quite
to
easy.
geek.
Yeah.
I know it's easy, but
I
I
know.
didn't know it.
I know.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
al-
if
it's almost
easy.
like I was I knew things about Apple for a while.
There you go. You still
Yeah.
do. IELTS and some 5 ages of man in Greek. Heterodytus.
Yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are 5 ages.
Hesiod's. I just started reading it. Don't judge me. Look at this guy's hair.
It looks like mine if I take this hat off.
Take it off.
And it looks great.
Take it off.
You just understand it's
Alright,
there.
fine,
Yeah,
don't
that's why I'm
judge.
wearing the hat.
Yeah,
It's,
just. Oh, what are
it's
we
like
looking
6 inches long and it looks
up?
crazy.
What were we looking up?
Good and moderate size. What were we looking up? You were gonna look up a thing. We started looking at your browser. This is why our conversations move.
Okay, we were talking
You were
about.
trying to look up tangentially.
Thank you. You knew, you son of a bitch.
That's why they move
You fucking knew.
tangentially.
And here you are acting like, oh, I don't fucking know. Yeah, you do.
Does it
you
move,
do know.
Does it move
You do know.
tangentially?
Brummel.
That moves Brummel.
What the hell does Brummel?
It means
Schnuggery.
schnuggery. That's what
Stop
it
all
means.
this schnuggery.
Well, it's snuggery.
A schnuggery is a comfortable or
You're
cozy
saying the schnuggery,
Schnuggery.
but there's no sh in it.
Chordate. That's something
Snuggery.
about hearts.
All right, are we going
Where
to
the
actually
fuck is the
search
word
for
of the
it?
day? God damn it,
You could type it.
motherfucker! This clickbait.
Well,
Damn it.
it's at the top. You scroll.
No, it's not on sugar.
Well, there's an arrow. Word of the day. Saturday and Sunday. It's snuggery.
But it doesn't have the definition. Oh, they're misbegotten, badly conceived, kind of like that. Where the hell?
My misbe-
Damn you, dictionary.com.
My mis-
Why does not back button? Brummel. I want to do Brummel.
Yeah.
Does it actually say it right there?
It says see definition and examples.
I hit Brummel and it's not working.
Then a new word every day.
It's not
Sign
showing
up.
you the fucking word. Brummel.
Brummel. It's
Bullshit.
wintry.
Wintry. Go fuck yourself. What the fuck does wintry mean?
It's a Brummel day outside.
It means winter.
Yeah, wintry. You'd think it might have to do with winter.
Wouldn't it have? Wouldn't it
Wintry?
be wintry?
No, that's
No, come on.
that's the American version.
Come on. Why would it not be wintry?
Because you know, just show
That's
me.
stupid.
Wintry. Don't you just say, "Oh, look,
Wintry.
it's winter outside."
It is wintry. It is.
It's both, yeah.
It is. I bet
It's
it's
the
a
same.
freaking.
Yeah, the definition of wintry is wintry.
I get it.
Yeah, Brummel.
Brummel.
It's Brummel.
I wonder where it comes from.
Probably winter.
You can go shove
A Brummel.
a Brummel.
Where
It
the
was
sun
first
don't
recorded
shine.
Brumalis of
Or pertaining to winter. I
You're
was
right.
surprisingly
Fuck you.
correct.
You're right.
I know. It's weird.
What?
Yeah.
Words nearby Brummel.
Bruising.
Brumby. Broom.
Brummagem.
Brummagem. What's Brummagem?
Brummagem, yeah.
Brummagem. Showy but inferior and worthless.
Much like.
Okay.
We won't say.
What were we looking up again?
Tangentially.
Tangentially.
I think it is a word. It looks like a word now, but no, it is
Tangential.
tangential. I was right.
No, that's the adjective form. I'm looking for the adverb.
There isn't one. I don't think there is one.
Don't slut me, dictionary.com. Tangentially.
Wait a minute.
Everyone can go.
Oh no, there's one.
Suck.
Yeah. Tangentially. Tangentially.
Is that not what
Is it-
tangent? I did. It
No.
changed it. It changed it. I totally.
No, it's Tally, not Ially.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, tangentially.
No, it isn't. It's right
Oh,
there.
no, it's two. That's
I'm
super-
right,
you're looking
motherfucker.
at both. They're both They're both adverbs.
Tangentially.
What this teaches us is that people
Gentle.
just stopped caring how to spell at a certain point, and like it's all means the same thing.
Non-tangential.
Mm.
Non-tangential.
Hmm.
Non-tangential.
Tangent plus. Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean?
Question 1.
Pertaining to blah blah blah, moving in a direction of a tangent. Go fuck.
Slightly
me,
connected.
touching.
Divergent.
Terrible movie. Okay, tangential means barely touching. That means a tangent is it's touching at one point. That's a tangent.
So it's like a Venn diagram with no overlap.
No,
Just a brushing, a gentle
they would
caressing.
they would technically be an overlap of one point.
Just one.
Yeah, that's a tangent. That is a tangent
Yeah,
line.
it is. It's one. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. I actually don't remember. I'll just take your word
Tangentially
on it.
was the thing I said, but you were saying adjacent. No, you were saying something else.
Tangent to.
Tangent to.
Yeah.
That sounds like, yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I like it either way. That's great. Anyway,
Yeah.
as we've learned,
Okay, as we've learned,
words.
that's words.
Words do things.
Tangential.
Tangentially.
Tangential.
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 It is tangential.
Tangential. Yeah. Tangential? I bet it's others as well. Can we spend the rest of our time on this word?
Well, I think it's mildly appropriate that that would be the word.
It's the word of the day, guys. It's the word
Okay.
of the day.
So, the tangent
Till led to you.
This is a beautiful Union Club.
Union Club.
Because LA of 2012
It was the time.
and LA nowadays, and of course I'm learning about this tangentially.
Tangentially. Are we still showing tangential? Just leave
Yes.
it there. Yeah,
Yeah,
don't take it away.
from
All right.
one of my buddies out there is just there. One is tangentially a part of the industry, knows a lot of people in it, and then the other two are in it. One is specifically an actress named Jenna Day. She is fantastic. And then the other one is a very good artist, journalist, and actually a good actress named Clary Estes. And she's awesome too. I've not seen her acting so much. Otherwise, I'd say, what I thought. But she is a fucking amazing artist. Like one of those people that you look at their art and you're like, you do this.
You do this thing.
You're
yes.
good. Yeah. Anyway, what I have been told is this. When you go to LA, you spend a lot of money.
Except on food. Oddly enough, the grocery food is cheaper. Like the healthier stuff. Yeah. Or at least it was in 2012.
2, I have been told that as of late, granted, no production is happening, but it's very good to be an artist or a musician. And, excuse me. And if you want to be a part of the industry, the movie industry, filmmaking industry, being an actor, it's not going to happen. That's what I've been told, and not they have not explicitly said this. Clary told me that fairly explicitly, but through the grapevine, this is what's being told. It's if you want to go be a grip or a camera operator.
Who wants to be a grip though?
I mean, people make it their
I
careers,
know.
and
Some people like it, man.
and
I never liked it.
you want someone who's good at it. Matt and I. So Matt was shooting a film, Night of the First Day, which will hopefully come out in the next year or so that I'm in. And, one of the scenes, the audio was messed up, and it had to do with a plane going overhead, and just the person didn't hear it. So, you have to do ADR over that.
Right.
ADR being lip syncing over that. And it's a real pain because you got to get that actor back in there and set up the situation and get the acoustics right, to make it sound like you were outside next to a whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a lot more work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want grips that,
Can grip.
you want a good grip.
Yeah.
You don't want that non-grip.
In all areas of life, you want a good grip.
Good grip.
Good
I can't
grip.
think of a time when good grip's not good.
I know. I mean, I probably could if I thought about it.
I can't think of a time
Can't think of it.
that it is not good.
That is a good grip.
That's a good grip.
That's when you're
Dude, there have been times I've been shooting like.
It's when you're reaching into a coffin.
There have been times that I've been shooting like a.
That'd be the last time you'd want to hear that, right? That's a good grip. I'm just saying, there are times.
Like,
Grandma!
That's a good grip.
That's a good grip, Grandma. Thank
Thanks.
you. Thank you. See,
We're like, yo. I hope that if I'm ever dead,
right, you'll have a good grip.
And I'm in a coffin for some reason. That you have like the GI Joe hand, like it's like, but like up like this,
right?
Like,
both just like this, one on either side.
just hanging out.
Which one do you want?
No,
Like,
no one. You want, so you have to come up and be like,
like snap
like
your
this.
thumb off accidentally. Like your thumb's just like hanging there.
Dude,
oh, man.
check out your thumb.
Yeah.
Does this joint actually move on you?
Move on me?
Yep. Does it actually move?
I mean, it can.
Can you? But does it go down? It doesn't. That joint doesn't move.
No, I mean it moves up.
Does it? Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't move at all.
What do you mean?
This joint
Oh,
does
your
not
thumb
move.
is weird, dude.
My thumb.
What about the other thumb?
Both thumbs. They both like it.
So like, look.
This joint does not move on my thumb.
No, mine definitely does.
It definitely does.
You
Yours
can
does.
actually move it backwards almost.
Yeah, yours
Yeah.
does. Girls does.
Huh.
My thumb doesn't move.
You got the weird thumb.
I have G.I. Joe hands.
Have you like tried flexing your thumbs backwards, just like
Yeah,
practice?
it doesn't work.
What?
I talked to.
Not doing it hard enough.
I saw my mom today, and I was like, "Hey, let me see your thumbs real quick." And hers are like this. This is where I got this.
It's weird that you got that from your mom. I'm a thumb.
I have this ossified thumb.
Another word of
Never
the day.
knew.
Ossification.
That's right. Means bone hard.
Bones.
That's not a boast or an opinion, but
No.
a bone hard medical fact.
Bone hard, yes.
That's going to break those glasses.
No, I'm just gently setting them there.
Yeah.
I'm not smashing them.
You're an ADHD kid
No, I'm an
who's
adult.
27 feet tall.
Barely an adult.
You're an adult
There you go. It
who's
works.
also
An ADHD kid.
okay.
All right.
LA.
LA.
Apparently, if you go there, it's very expensive.
Except for the food.
Except for the food. Well, 8 years
Some
ago.
of the food. Yeah, it could be very, very expensive now. There may be no food left because it did kind of catch on fire after I left.
Music
Yeah.
and art, like as in musicians and artists, apparently have a great time there.
I guess they're expensive too, in a way.
Well, I wonder. So the industry is a lot of companies are starting to move out of LA.
Right. Well, I don't actually. So the funny thing is, I don't know much about the industry anymore. So like, yeah, I think about like semiconductors and stuff, and people are moving out of San Jose and Silicon Valley, but I don't actually know about film.
So from what I understand,
Yeah.
and this is all hearsay. If you know something, then put it in there. Put it in the chat.
Type it.
Um,
Your fingers.
With your fingers.
Tangentially.
Your non-ossified fingers.
I know, as long as your bones work, use them
Well,
to
if your
type.
bones work,
Type
them.
tangentially into the.
Type it.
Right, anyway.
Tangentially. Right, with your elbows. Anyway.
Use whatever you can.
I think you're trying to make me lose my point.
No. No, I'm not.
I think you are.
No, we're good.
Anyway.
People moving out.
There's this idea
LA.
of bohemian cities. So Netflix supposedly has moved or is moving their studios to Santa Fe, which is like an hour away from Albuquerque.
Like New Mexico?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
A lot of industry people are moving out to Texas.
Lots of stuff in Texas. It's funny, yeah. Austin area is big.
And then
Literally and figuratively.
with some of the acting mentors, if you want to say that I have, they're not really mentors, but people that I listen to, they say go to Austin or Atlanta.
Atlanta's big. Atlanta's been smart because they give really good tax breaks for films, which is why Atlanta is like, yeah, go to Atlanta because they've been giving tax breaks for long enough.
And so there's this idea, again, going back to Culture Yard, my very good buddy, Ilya, who owns it, and he and I were talking about Beijing. So I used to live in Beijing for several years, and when I first got there, it was very bohemian, la bohème. If you've seen Moulin Rouge, you know what I'm talking about. It's this idea of...
It was literally Moulin Rouge for a while.
It was.
It was the movie.
Well, so a bohemian city, I mean, Paris was, La Bohème, right?
Right.
Until it got...
Old?
No. Affluent.
Oh.
Paris is fucking old, man. It was old in the 1800s, 1900s.
There was a time it was not old.
Right, 1,000 years ago.
Exactly.
So, bohemian, though, is you've got this time period that, like, as in, a place can be bohemian for only so long. Let's fucking look up bohemian so that bohemian. It's essentially ratty and really artistic.
Kind of like your cousin, Bohemian.
Okay, pertaining to the characteristic of unconventional life of a bohemian. So, Bohemia, right now. Who lives and acts free of regard for conventional rules and practices. So
I didn't actually realize the Czech language is referred to as Bohemian. That's interesting.
Was that
Definition 3.
Huh.
I had no idea.
Bohemia is weird. I wonder if like the Czech. I have a friend who she's from the Czech Republic, the Czech, and she is all about letting you know it.
Huh.
Probably because it's a cool place. I don't know. Anyway.
It's a republic. I know
there's
that
this
much.
idea of, there's this idea that a bohemian place it's cheap rent, it's cheap food. Why are you here? I'm here to do this or this or this or this. It's not Wall Street.
Right.
It's not expensive. It's a little bit ratty. Everybody wears hoodies and fingerless gloves and has hair like that.
My hair is amazing right now.
It is.
It's like really long and fluffy.
Shut up.
It's great.
So the idea, though, is a lot of culture and whatnot is born out of that, but there's a bit of a poverty aspect to it. And the moment that becomes commercial, it's all gone.
Commercialized poverty?
Well, I mean, what is Hot Topic? It is commercialized poverty. The punk movement comes out of...
No, really, what is Hot Topic, though? Because it used to be like the punk thing, and I saw the Taylor Swift shirt
It
there a
wasn't
few
the
years
punk
ago.
thing. Hot Topic has never been the punk thing.
No, they tried to be, though. Like, they tried to be the punk.
They were the commercialized
Right.
poverty. Punk is out of poverty.
Well, you can't become the successful punk, and really still be punk, right?
Yeah, you're like powder punk or power punk or whatever it's called.
I don't know. Blink-182 was successful, I
Fuck
would say.
that. First of all, I like Blink.
Were they punk?
No.
Were they originally punk?
No.
Never?
No.
I might disagree. Anyway.
You can disagree all day long, you
I know.
millennial. I'm a millennial too.
I know.
The thing is this, Green Day, and I like Green Day. I love Green Day.
Punk?
No.
No. We agree on that one.
And Blink is derivative of Green Day. No. Yeah, it's third wave powder. It's suburban kids whose mom and dads have money who are rebelling against being kind of rich.
I mean, that's a good thing to rebel against.
No, it's not.
Really?
No.
I don't know.
Wait. Yes.
In a way.
We can argue about this all day. The point is this. That all rhymed.
I know. It's almost like
no
it
way.
was planned.
The point is, I think if this industry of the industry and richness of LA is starting to move out because they're tired of the regulations, they're tired of the place burning down, they're tired of, honestly, there's a ton of rampant homelessness. Nothing against homeless people. As in, nothing against people down on their luck. But the thing is that this is to a whole different level.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Like the bubonic plague, the goddamn Black Death, okay, is in Los Angeles.
Thankfully, we have antibiotics.
Yeah, but it's there.
Yeah,
okay?
it's there. No, the plague never went away.
Okay, man, but come on. My point is, there's this idea that, like...
No, it's crazy. I've walked through Skid Row when I was there. I mean, didn't, like, walk through it, but I walked on some of the streets, and, like, it's crazy.
I mean,
like, you have to watch where you step.
People should be able to live the way they want. I'm fairly libertarian in that regard. At the same time, cities can get real gnarly. It's like when you go to the bathroom, clean up after yourself.
Right.
When you're in the city, clean up after yourself.
You just have to be careful on the sidewalks in LA because of that.
Now, I'm sure that somebody might say, if they ever watch this, might say, "Oh my God, you who's living in a warm house." It's like, yeah, well, go fuck yourself. I'm paying for it.
No, it's not.
And
we're
it's hard
not,
to fucking pay for it.
But we're not addressing like homelessness or the issue
I'm not,
of homelessness.
that's my
at
point.
all.
I'm not addressing homelessness.
You're just addressing like when you're there, there might be poop on the floor.
Right. I've been homeless. I understand the idea. So if you're on your high horse, get off your fucking high horse.
And also, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I've had too many bourbons.
No, you haven't.
I know, it's a lie.
The point is, I wonder if LA is becoming bohemian again. Because all the rich, not all the rich people, the rich people are starting, many rich people, many of these organizations, companies, they're looking for money, and they are also looking to get out of whatever that environment is. And I wonder if it's easier for musicians and artists to be there, if that continues, then LA could have a revenescence of actual culture rather than what...
Did you say revenescence?
I have no idea what I said.
It's like that's revenescence.
I feel like you're listening about as much as they're listening at this point.
We're enjoying it, though. I mean,
All
this
right.
has to be entertaining. You would
It's
hope.
definitely entertaining.
You would hope.
It's definitely entertaining.
But that's good.
All right, well, you give your points because I'm going to get us some more drinks.
Yeah, my point is I really don't know because I don't live in LA anymore, but it's probably nice. You can have that one.
Yeah.
I just want regular bourbon. Thank you. Yeah. I have no idea what LA is like anymore. Just saying. I just know that the weather was great, and then it kind of all caught on fire when I left. And then I think the fire is out, largely. I know there were many separate fires, just kind of stalling until he returns. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm back. He's
Some
back.
fizzy water at first.
Fizzy water. Really? Thank you. I'm actually running out of things to talk about. I think I've used all my words like revenescence. We could we'll just scroll the dictionary while he's away. 1 second. Top definitions. Okay. I don't want quizzes. This is unhelpful. Okay, let's look for, what was it? Revenescence. And see what we find. We'll just leave this here. I bet he was going for rejuvenescence. We'll open a new tab. All right, I think we're ready for you again. Okay. Okay. I would like to visit LA again. I don't know that I'd want to live there, mostly just because of I like having, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't know about LA. I wouldn't mind because my career is more in semiconductors now. San Jose is a little bit more of what I think of when I go imagine living in California again. But the weather's nice. The weather's really nice, usually, when it's not on fire. I do miss that. But I also like when we have pretend winter here in Kentucky, and we get snow, which is rare, but sometimes we get it. The cool thing about California, though, is if you are looking for snow, you just have to drive into the mountains, which are everywhere. and you have instant snow. So it, I don't know. There's less. Actually, I'm just thinking you may have more consistent. Yeah, well, it was just sparkling water. I was thinking you may
Well, I
have
was gonna
more
give you one.
consistent snow in California than you do here.
Why? Oh. But that's a play on words, is it not?
No, it's real. The mountains. You drive up into the mountains and there is snow, like consistently.
Truth. Do you want any bitters in this?
No, just bourbon, please. Let's see here. Let's look for snow in Los Angeles. Oh, DuckDuckGo, nice. I'm looking. I found snow in Los Angeles. There we go. I've also found Revenescence doesn't exist.
Oh, come
But
on.
we did have Rejuvenescence.
Well, you
which
spelled
is,
it wrong.
No, Evanescence.
I'm not talking. No, Evanescence. That's like a. Isn't that a band?
I mean, it's a band, but it's a band that's a word. It'd be like word, elbow. Excuse me.
I'm probably thinking of Renaissance, but
Rejuvenescence
Revenescence.
is a word.
Is Revenescence not a word?
No, it's not a word.
No.
Yeah,
Hold on.
could be a word.
Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Revenaissance. Revenaissance. Hold on.
Oh, nascence. Oh yeah,
Hey.
Revenaissance. No.
No.
Renaissance?
No, not Renaissance.
Renaissance? Revenaissance. Reviniger.
Shut up.
Reviniger.
Shut up.
Red vinegar.
Shut up. I guess Reveness. Is that it? What? Am I just making up words?
Maybe not.
Reveness is a place.
It's a
What is Reveness
injection apparently. It's a lip filler maybe.
Lord. Is it really?
I looked like it. Revenus versa. Great for your lips. Yeah, evanescence, yeah. Evanescing. I think you meant evanesce rather than reveness.
So Reveness. What the fuck? Revenescence.
Ravenous?
Is that what it said?
You said revenescent.
Revenescent.
Wait, you said renaissance. You said revenescent. I don't know. I think you said
I think I
revenescent.
meant
So whatever it stands
Renaissance.
for. You
I
didn't-
meant
you probably
Renaissance.
didn't. Okay.
I meant rebirth.
Right.
Reveness. Yeah, it's not a word.
Well, it should be.
It should be.
It should be a word. I like
You
it.
know, Shakespeare made words.
He did.
Granted, he also made plays that everyone loves.
He may have been multiple people too. We don't know.
Well, S.O.B.
Reveness.
Look at me.
Look at you.
All right. So,
Golden age.
the Golden Age. Oh, this is awesome, but
It is?
we'll look at that later.
Yeah.
Let's pop over Shaw. Oh, we will look up Jenna Day really quick because I mentioned her. She's awesome. This is her?
It's her. Are they all the same person?
No.
I didn't think so.
This is her.
Okay.
This is her. This is her. She was Miss Kentucky, I believe.
Miss Kentucky.
Yep.
2013.
Yep.
From Louisville.
Yeah, she is the bomb. Anyway, let's turn. Well, we can keep this on. Okay, so I wonder if LA will experience a revenescence, a renaissance,
We're going to make sure they experience that.
a re-renaissance, which I'm coining as revenescence, of Bohemian society. I wonder. Maybe not. Granted, I haven't been there in 15 years.
Oh, gosh. That's a lot of years.
It's many moons. Many moons.
Some of your viewers may not have been alive.
15
It's
years?
unlikely, but you never know.
I don't think 15...
You have 14-year-olds watching this.
Pretty sure 14-year-olds do not watch us talk.
They might.
They might.
I don't know.
Okay, so these are the things you've done. Since 2012,
Right.
you've been busy, with your career.
Been busy.
in IT.
Yeah.
Of course, raising a family and such.
My career is not exactly in IT, which is interesting.
What would you call
Sort
it?
of is. I work in the semiconductor industry. I am an analyst. I work in Excel. I do.
That's almost programming.
It's basically programming. I do some VBS scripting, and
Then you are.
I'm sort of a programmer. Yeah.
You're like a
I'm
utilitarian.
like a programmer light.
No, dude. VBS and Excel
VBS is
no
horrible.
joke.
I hate it a lot.
am a programmer, or I should say, I have been a programmer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Excel is no joke. VBS is no joke.
Yeah, they're terrible. They make no sense. They're like, people are like, oh, we have to make something with this now. Let's make it convoluted and horrible.
Now, so one of the people that I had on here, actually several times, was my buddy Chris Williams, and he's an actor.
Okay.
And his story, roughly, is that he went out to LA for about a year. He came back, decided to do his thing here. Children, of course, happened and whatnot. And he said, I need to be able to have a job that is consistent, which film is not.
Which is the key, yeah.
So he's a plumber. And that dude has helped me several times. He is an incredibly skilled actor. He's an incredibly skilled plumber.
I just love that you're like, he's a plumber, and that dude has helped me several times.
Dude, he's thrown the fuck down.
He's gotten in there.
Look, when you're shit, like when your fucking sink is fucked, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're like, I don't understand.
When you need.
Oh God. What? Wait, what are we showing?
The poop knife.
Now hold up. Is it bullshit?
It's on Amazon. No, it's human. You said when your shit is something, so.
Oh, the poop knife.
The poop knife. Yeah, it's real. Actually, it's a thing though. People like, there are real comments on this. I thought it was amazing. You reminded me. It's like almost like a spatula.
What the fuck is this?
You can.
No, hold on.
Shorten
Long enough
things.
to keep your hand clear
Yeah.
of danger in standard depth toilet.
Yeah. It's the poop knife.
Someone is rich.
Right.
The original poop knife.
The original poop knife. I think this whole thing came from a story on Reddit, if I'm not mistaken, that someone was at a friend's house. They laid a large log, and then they're like, "Hey, I need your poop knife." And obviously they're like, "No, what are you talking about?" It's like, "Your poop knife." So their family had a poop knife, and so from this sprung poop knife gag gift for $19.99 on Amazon. Yeah.
This will cut poop.
It will cut poop.
Tested on the most ferocious of bog crocodiles without a fight.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So this is a very different type of poop than you would have for
I feel like
Haribo's sugar-free gummy bears. I don't know if you
listen, Haribo's is not the best.
have you looked at the sugar-free gummy bear reviews on Amazon?
Go on.
They're amazing.
You know what I'm gonna do on Amazon? Because I'm not gonna do that bullshit.
No.
What I
it's-
will do though
yeah.
is I'll say Trois Productions,
Ooh,
a whole different kind
a
of
whole
bullshit.
different kind of
Is
craft.
that a pan cow?
Duo finished paper.
Are you? That's funny.
That's good.
What is the colored craft duo finished paper? What?
It's in production. Blades in the dark.
Blades in the Dark.
It sounds like
Evil Hat Productions.
It's good.
Blades in the Dark. Tabletop. Dude, this is probably
These
pretty
are the
good.
results, yeah, right? It has 390 5-star reviews.
I wonder.
They're
Really?
all his friends, yeah.
Dude, no, they're not.
I know.
It's because we're in toys and games.
I know, right?
Go fuck yourself.
Poop knife.
Because you went toys and games.
Toy
Poop
and
knife
game.
was under toys and games.
Apparently. This is my toy, the poop
Okay,
knife.
this is the startup, which
It
you have
is.
watched many times.
How do we start it up today?
If you
Oh,
guys haven't
episode
seen this,
2.
do so.
It's worth watching.
Hey, who's that? Who are these people? It's worth watching.
It's
At
also
least-
free if you have Prime.
It's free if you have Prime.
Free if you have Prime. Won't cost you anything.
One review.
Did you rate your own? At least you went for 4 stars. That seems valid. You only have one review?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, I need to
I
review.
went for 4 stars because I'm not going to give myself a 5-star review.
Okay.
Why not? Because
No,
I'm
you
not
should.
arrogant.
No.
And I tried to make it, obvious. And I get the little, heart emoji thing.
Oh. How painful was that to you to write?
It was fine.
No, the heart emoji. Like she's like, I'm burning inside.
I do that to people that I love.
Oh, okay. That's good.
This bourbon tastes like vanilla.
It's really weird.
I like it.
It's good. It's different. It's a 10-year.
But 100 proof.
Is it 10 year?
Yeah, 10 year.
Yeah.
Which is way more than, I think bourbon is 4 years. It's got to be.
No, I don't think it does. I think to be bottled in bond, it has to be at least 100 proof and it has to be at least 4 years. But
Wait, 100 proof? No, bourbon has to be 80 proof.
Well, to be bottled in bond, it has to be 100 proof for at least 4 years. But I don't know about
To be bourbon.
I don't know the criteria
I
for
think
what is
to
bourbon.
be whiskey, I think it's 3 years. I'm gonna let you do this.
You want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah, to be whiskey, I
Bourbon.
think it's 3 years, and
Let's find the Wikipedias.
I think bourbon, I think is 4, and it's got to be like 50% corn or something like that.
Really? Okay, bourbon whiskey. Let's find where it mentions like what bourbon is.
Legal requirements. You may read out loud.
Mm.
Do it.
Federal standards of identity for distilled spirits, codified under 27 states. Bourbon made for U.S. consumption must be produced in the U.S., made from a grain mixture that's at least 51% corn, aged in new charred oak containers, distilled no more than 160 proof. Really? That's
80%, so that's...
80% ABV. So 160 proof
Right.
is pretty intense.
Oh, dude, I've never had a bourbon that's at 160.
I don't think I could handle
Entered into the container for aging at no more than a 125.
125 proof, bottled, but there's
80 proof.
no minimum specified duration for its aging period.
Ooh.
Bam. Straight bourbon has to be at least 2 years.
Where? So if it's straight bourbon...
If it's straight, it has to be at least 2 years.
Okay, so there is.
If it doesn't identify as straight, then it's just up in the air.
Yeah, if it's totally non-binary.
You never know.
In addition, any bourbon aged less than 4 years must include an age statement on its label. Interesting.
So if you don't have an age statement, it's at least 4 years old. Much like your friends.
If it's straight, it's got to be at least 4. So 10.
So I'm curious what straight is as a descriptor. What is straight?
I think
Is
it
it
means
just
it's
means
not,
it's age. Is an age thing.
Yeah, I think it's aged.
So it's less
and
than
also
4
it's
years.
Not, well, I wonder if it's not mixed.
So if you know it's straight, it's less than 2, more
Bottled
than
in
less than 4.
bond
Right. At least
is
4 years.
at least 4,
That's what I said.
right?
Yeah.
Blended means a bunch of bullshit.
Could be
High
anything.
rye bourbon is okay.
Those are all Kentucky.
That's Kentucky, baby. And you might think this is tangential. It is, but we did say we're talking about Kentucky here.
We did mention ADHD as well.
Oh dear God, yes we did. The resolution was passed in 2008.
Oh, really? That recently?
No, I'm talking about Scotch here.
Oh, National Bourbon Heritage Month, so that's interesting.
Okay, enough of that.
No, that wasn't Scotch. I was talking about...
It's Holker. You know Daniel Holker.
I do know.
You should give yourself
Holker.
5 stars. It all tastes like mouthwash to me.
Bourbon? I mean,
Holker,
that's fair.
Holker.
I don't disagree. It's like better mouthwash, though.
I was going to say, Holker, if this is mouthwash...
You know, people drink mouthwash to get drunk if they really, really are trying to get drunk.
It does have pure grain
yeah.
alcohol in it.
Yeah.
Hey, Holker, how about this? Instead of me giving myself 5 stars, why don't you give me 5 stars if you like the startup?
Let's all give each other 5 stars.
No, mother, you didn't give me 5 stars.
Well, I didn't know it was on there
What?
for some reason. We watched it on YouTube. I think
We
I
did.
rated you
We
on
did.
YouTube.
There was a point in time...
Where there was a YouTube.
Right, but I went over it again, re-edited it,
What?
and recolorized it.
What?
That's the Amazon version.
Oh.
I also threw down some
Oh, it's 2020.
closed captioning, baby.
Huh.
So, if you have not seen the Startup web series,
You should see it.
go see it.
Observe.
There's 2 episodes. I'm working on the 3rd. Ryan might help me
I might.
on the 3rd or 4th.
Yes.
This season 1 will have 4 episodes.
So season 1 came out after, or episode 1 came out after episode 2.
Did it?
Yeah, no, it didn't. I saw the 2019.
I may have.
I just saw the
uploaded it.
Aprils. No, we're good.
Right.
I didn't see
That was my
the
birthday.
years. Which
Yeah.
one?
Well,
Anyways.
April 20th. So 420 is my birthday.
420, I know.
420,
420, 2020.
Every year I put out one.
It sounds like you stutter slightly. 420, 2020.
420,
That's good.
420,
It's a good year. 420, 2020.
Yeah. Watch it because it'll give you good luck.
Oh, like literally.
Yeah.
Your luck will
Holker,
improve.
Gravel Switch. Jump on that biatch and give me some stars. Or write a review. If you don't like it, put that on there.
That's
If
right.
you do
It's,
like it, put that on there.
it's a thing.
We'll do tomorrow.
We'll do tomorrow.
It takes 15 minutes
That's
to
good.
watch all, but okay. Last few comments.
Oh, we're wrapping up.
No. We have 20 minutes.
Do we?
Yeah, we're gonna end at 10:30.
Okay. Well, we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get yourself some bourbon.
More?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get more bourbon.
If you will, bring me the bottle of soda water.
Bourbon?
Soda water.
Bourbon. Okay.
Okay. So, one of the ideas that I'm trying to get out of this is there are several people in Kentucky. There's a lot of people in Kentucky that are tangentially, we'll say, adjacently involved in film. But the thing is, they've chosen to live here, and there's not a thriving film industry. I wonder, though, with remote whatnot, as you come in, you actually brought me the soda water. You actually did. You brung it to me. You brung it. I wonder, with the advent of the internet becoming
Rounder?
2020 has caused, do you work remotely?
Yeah, I do. Largely.
The internet is not just a part of our lives.
It is our lives. For some it is. I couldn't really do my job without it.
Why are you not making films or something dealing with film? Like, why don't you do that?
Because the film industry is weird to get into. A lot of it comes down to, did you meet the right person at the right time? It's hard to be in the film industry when your kid is trying to do first grade from home and is done at 2:30 every day. So there are not many jobs that I can find that are, hey, we don't care if your kid is home all day and you're working.
Holker Gravel Switch. Gravel Switch. What does that even mean?
Well, it's a city.
Is it?
Yeah, Gravel Switch, Kentucky. Right there with Possum Trot.
Are you kidding?
Possum Trot, Monkey's Eyebrow, Science Hill.
No, you're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. Gravel Switch, yeah.
Tell them all of what you just told me.
These are all cities. Gravel Switch, Possum Trot, Monkey's Eyebrow,
I had no idea.
Climax. My personal favorite, Science Hill.
Have you ever climaxed Kentucky?
I don't know what we're talking about anymore, but perhaps.
Have you ever gravel switched?
So one of my favorite stories is I actually have gravel switched. I think we bought some Jacob sheep in gravel switch at one point. See, it's real.
I was talking about.
We went to a hotel in Maria, the Boone Tavern Hotel, and they had a partnership with a natural water company, and it was just Climax spring water, and it just said Climax water, and they would have bottles of Climax water for you to drink, and you have to be like, I don't know if I want this.
You want the climax water?
Do you want the Climax water?
Yeah, you do.
You may. Who knows? Easy Streets. Easy Streets, yeah.
All right. My point is this. There's a lot of people that are artistic and creative and wishing to be in the film industry
Sure.
here.
Yeah.
Now, why are they living in Kentucky? why are you?
Why am I in
who-
Kentucky
Yeah,
again?
why are you here?
Comes down to family. I mean, I'm not opposed to having, a kid in LA. It just didn't seem ideal, to move out and like be there for a month or two. My wife pops a kid out. It's just what happens. Just bomb, kid. And then be like, okay, now what do we do? We are alone in LA, essentially. Have a few friends that are working. It didn't seem ideal.
It's not stable.
Yeah, it's not just that it's not stable. It's that you may have just stable unemployment for one of the two of you because there's no one there to watch your kid, or it costs more to watch your kid than it does for your mortgage back in Kentucky. So
it's absolutely a strategic move
yeah,
to live here.
yeah, it's a concession to parenthood.
It was in 2012. The thing is now, and especially now,
Mm-hmm.
things are remote. I'm having acting classes remote.
Yeah,
Okay, like I teach remotely.
you can edit remotely, and my internet is now fast enough that I can. But it's been so long. I mean, it's been 8 years. I haven't done anything in film in 8 years.
You learn it
No, you
just like you did before.
right. You have to relearn everything. 'Cause
Yeah, you
technology-
relearn everything. Why not?
Because my kid and my job keep me crazy busy. So that's the downside. So now I have a job that, maybe isn't what I would prefer to have long term. Or like maybe it's not what I got my degree in, but it's a good job for Kentucky.
Yep.
It pays well for Kentucky. And I could just be like, bye job, I'm going to do film and be poor temporarily. Because it really does take like 8 to 10 years of trying and doing until the right people see you at the right time, and you just surreptitiously run into someone. They're just like, oh, you're cool, I like you, come do this for me.
And this is kind of my point.
Yeah.
The film industry, it's about money, right?
It's about money and friendships.
Money and relationships, friendships. Why does it take 8 to 10 years to do anything?
Because there's so many people in LA. Everyone's the best at what they do. So so the funny thing is, like, you have in Lexington, Kentucky, the chess prodigy. No, but you have like people that are talented in Kentucky, right? And so you move out there and you're like, I'm really good. I'm the best at what I do now. And you move there and everyone, literally everyone, is as good or better than you in what you do. And so how do you pick between who's the very best? Like, there are limited exceptions. I'm sure you have like Scorsese's and whatever, like they're the best of the best. But like for people trying to get jobs, everyone's the best. So it comes down to what thing was I doing at this point that got me in contact with this person who liked me, thought I was a cool person, liked my work ethic.
So, driving into that, you're going to LA, working hard, being good, doing good shit, building relationships.
So when I was in LA, I went to, I don't know why, I went to California Pizza Kitchen because it was close by and just, I enjoy their frozen pizzas at home usually. And I was like,
Fucking
while
A.
I'm here, I'll go to California Pizza Kitchen. And I don't know how it happened, but somehow my server is talking about how they're a film producer. And I'm just thinking to myself, yikes. Like, I'm sure you are and were in your old job, but you're my server. And it's not a derogatory thing. I've been a server. But I didn't tell myself when I was a server that I was also a film producer.
Right.
It's kind of like you put what you actually do in a lot of cases on hold when you move to LA to survive while you try to do what you really want to do and what you were maybe good at back at home because just didn't meet the right person yet. So it's really weird. It's like you have such a crazy amount of people in a small, it's not a small area, but it might as well be a really small area when you just have like, who
One
do you pick?
city.
Who do you pick? Like, I need an editor. Well, there are 10 million of us here. Okay. How do you do that? How do you pick your editor? You just like, you call your friend. Do you know a good editor? I met this dude. It's all just, it's relational. There are exceptions. Nothing's ever that cut and dry.
So this is what I'm getting at. So, I'm an actor, and a musician,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever the hell I am.
Sure.
blue million different things that I am. That I do. I am these things. I do these things.
Right.
None of them have made me a lot of money.
Right.
None of them have been seen. None of these endeavors have either been seen, viewed, witnessed, heard by more than a few thousand people at most. Right? Because we're talking about a long time, so I'm going to give it a few thousand. YouTube sent me a thing that said that thousands of people have seen my YouTube, so I'm going to give it that.
Oh, nice. We're improving.
Right, over the course of like many years.
That's good though. Get started small.
This idea, I'm gonna go somewhere, and what marks me for success is that someone else who has power or some sort of authority, money, resources, whatever, but really prestige, funds a thing. For example, let's just say Donald Trump funds a movie.
Yeah.
Will anyone respect it? People that like Trump.
50% of the U.S. voting.
People that like Trump will respect it. That's my point.
Yeah.
Same thing for Joe Biden. Any of the very, very, very fucking rich politicians, whichever sides you're on. But does it have integrity? Does it have respect for the art?
That's the question.
Does it matter? So I'm gonna go to LA. I'm gonna find the connections.
You'd watch it.
I know you would, but that means a whole different thing, sir. I'm gonna find the connections. I'm gonna schmooze my way in. I'm gonna try to be like Humphrey Bogart or Marlon Brando. But the industry was different then.
Yeah.
You know, when Johnny Depp got in, when Brad Pitt got in, the industry was different. I just watched a Joe Rogan episode with Billy Corgan. It happened maybe 2 years ago. I love the fucking Smashing Pumpkins. Okay.
Do you?
Oh my god.
Gosh.
You don't like Smashing Pumpkins?
I'm fine with them.
Okay.
I don't have
Smashing
any feelings
Pumpkins?
one or the other. Just okay.
Listen, Billy Corgan smiling. That's weird. But
He always seemed like someone who could benefit from having hair.
he did it in the beginning.
I know.
Go fuck yourself. The point is, he's sitting there talking about it, and Billy Corgan, whose music just like fueled my brain, which is maybe why I don't have any hair,
Billy Corgan
is talking about the industry and how it's different.
Oh, he saw that episode.
Yeah, it's all different.
Yeah. I didn't see that episode.
What?
Garble Switch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that? My point is, to go out to LA, why are you going out there? Why am I going out there? To make it. What does that mean?
Well,
so
did you see that Elon Musk is moving?
Yep.
To Texas? To
Yep.
Austin? The CEO.
So did Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I know. Former CEO. He's now another CEO, but the CEO of the company I worked for before we were acquired by another company moved to Austin from San Jose. Lots of California exodus. It's really interesting because it just kind of happens that way.
What?
And if you look historically at people move into an area for X, Y, and Z reason. They're there for that while, then they move out of that area. I mean, it's like an interesting sort of what you're typing there.
Why don't you not pay attention to what I'm doing?
I pay attention to everything. It's almost like gentrification, in a way.
Okay.
So it's not that they're like going into like poverty-stricken areas and improving it. It's like inverse. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm trying to come up with. It's not quite gentrification. Revenaissance, indeed. Yeah, it's a revenaissance.
Right.
But yeah, it's weird because you have like less than ever, I think, and I don't have data to give you for this, of course, but it seems to be that we're less geographically constrained innocence.
Continue. Stop your
Now
ADHD.
than ever. I am. I'm ignoring
Keep
everything.
on talking.
So, in a lot of ways, you can, like, I work for a company that's based in Germany now. And I work from Lexington, Kentucky. And I do just fine. I never thought I'd be able to work for a German company from Lexington, Kentucky. And, yeah, he's right. People are leaving California who are in the highest tax bracket. That's California in general. I mean, yeah.
So here's my point. Let's say someone said, okay, who do you work for? Kind of like, what school do you go to? Kind of like, what school do you go to?
Currently? What school are you going to?
I'm saying, if someone says, oh, stop.
I have to read.
Oh
You
my
have to
God.
pay attention to your audience.
let me do this. Oh my God.
I have to notice things.
So,
Yeah.
let's say someone says, what school do you go to?
Right.
And you're like, oh, I go to Harvard.
Okay.
Versus, I go to UK.
Sure. Depends on what you're doing, I suppose.
Really?
But like at face value.
no,
sure.
really.
No.
Does it actually matter what you're doing?
Like if you're going to Harvard and you're an entomologist, you're probably a terrible entomologist.
You don't get that far. You don't get that far. You say, oh, who are you? I'm 20 years old so-and-so, or I'm 36-year-old so-and-so doing a master's.
Right.
Cool, where do you go? Oh, I go to Stanford.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's what you think. You don't think, oh, what are you doing there?
Apparently that's what I think.
No.
Whatever
You
that says
ask
about
what
me.
they're doing there to degrade. You say, what are
No,
you
I'm
doing there?
curious.
Oh, I'm doing art. Oh, okay, then you're okay to
You
degrade.
Harvard artist.
Well, think about going to LA.
Well, what if you go to Harvard to play football? I mean, is that really your wisest
I
career
have no
move?
idea. I have nothing for sports.
Right. I don't either.
Let's say I go to LA. Oh, yeah, I'm in the film industry.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do? Well, I'm a grip.
I mean, that's fine if you want to be a grip. I mean, I didn't like gripping. You know, I just didn't enjoy it. It's just like you run around grabbing things for people. It's a very like aptly named profession. Oh, I need this. I need this. I need this. Carry things. Good. Some people like it.
In this era
Yeah.
where people work from home all the time, they study from home, they work from home.
It's difficult to grip from home, depending on what you're gripping.
Truth.
But usually, it's difficult
That's true.
to grip from home.
What is success? A YouTube success.
Mm.
A YouTuber who becomes multimillionaire. Like Mr. Monster, whatever the hell his name is.
Beast.
Beast.
Mr.
Sure.
Beast.
You knew who he was, and I said his name fucking wrong.
I know. I just knew. There's only one
And
Mr.
you knew.
I don't know anyone else who's like a Mr.
And you
somebody.
fucking
though.
knew.
You have to know. Is
And
Mr.
yet, I'm sure he's
he's
looked
Mr.
down on.
Beast. He's going to give you $10,000 just because
I
you
am
mention him
sure.
right now.
No, he won't.
He might.
I am sure. And if he gives me $10,000, I'll give it to a homeless person, as a nod of the head to Mr. Beast. So, Mr. Beast, give me $10,000, and I'll give someone else $10,000.
It's fair. There you go.
Kapla.
Indeed.
The point is this. Yes, that was Klingon. The point is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kapla means like.
I had no idea,
It means
actually.
several things.
I apparently am not fluent in Klingon.
I am not either. I know like 4 words.
I guess I know Kapla now.
You do. Kapla is what you say to someone who has honor. If they have honor and you're saying goodbye or okay or right on, say kapla.
Kapla. Okay.
And if it's the opposite of that, and you want to be like, you bitch,
You say
you
just
say,
backwards?
no, you say putach.
Oh. Wow. Sounds intense.
right.
It's good.
It is, it's Klingon.
All right.
All right, so the point is this. The idea that we are a remote society. Why don't we make shit? Why don't we make shit? There's what cost do you have? You have your phone
Mm-hmm.
is better than a camera I could buy.
In some ways, yeah.
No, not in some ways. In when it comes to technology, in all ways.
Than any camera you could buy?
No, a camera, yeah, that I could buy. Yes.
That can be bought?
No, that I could buy.
Okay.
That
I just
could
don't know
buy.
what you can or cannot buy, so I'll take your
you
word
know
on
what
it.
I can buy.
You
You know enough about
a pretty
technology to
nice
get-
camera.
Listen, that you can buy because you get a deal on everything.
I get a deal because I used to be super poor, and
What
I look for
camera
deals.
should I get to do the things I need to? I want to do web series, short films, have a little camera there, upgrade my shit. What camera should I get?
Whatever you can afford.
That's what I got right now.
That's what you got. There you go. It works.
Do you think it's worth it to... Do you think it's worth it to get the program that deals with that takes this FaceTime
like a
camera?
streaming sort of, like a streaming system?
No,
Okay.
that takes this camera. So this camera on a Mac, I'm using a MacBook Air. This camera, you cannot change the exposure rate, any of the color. You can't do anything with it.
Right. It kind of does what it does.
You can get a program for like $20 that does.
Right.
Is it worth it?
No, not yet. It will be eventually.
There you go. Now, do you think it's worth it to get a video camera that would be able to shoot short films, web series, and this, interface with this to do live streams, and spend how much money?
I don't know. I used to, table movement. I used to be more of the like, oh, you gotta buy the equipment and do it. And then I kind of shifted into the, if your content is engaging enough, it doesn't matter what you shoot on. You see? Bank account.
All right, I will be right back. You have to talk to them.
What about?
Yeah,
I'm
I
exhausted
don't know.
everything. It's already past 10:30. We're
No,
supposed to end now.
no.
The meeting's over.
Nope.
All right.
Continue.
I'll talk to Gravel Switch.
Yep.
Hi, Gravel Switch. Are you still here? I can't actually tell because I don't really stream on YouTube. All I know is that our stream health has a warning that our resolution is too low. So it's basically really bad. We don't even have a 750p quality stream right now. I don't know how to fix it. I will just look. Oh, wow. How bad is the delay? So it is, hold on. I have to see this. Because chat is essentially real time. It has just turned 10:32 a few seconds ago. What time is it now? Type it in. Oh, this is really bad. Unless you've gone away. You can still see me. Okay, that's good. But I'm waiting for you to type the time. Is it? I don't know. $10:32. Okay, now I just got that says 10:32. It's about 10:32:45. So if you typed it when I said to type it, it essentially took 40 seconds for me to see it. And I don't know why, but the stream's healthy now. He did, yeah, see? 40 seconds. There's a 40-second delay. I don't know why. Now I want to run speed test. Now we're going to run speed test for this part of the show. If this is a show, I don't know. We're going to see how fast the internet is here. Sounds right. Yeah, 40 seconds. I stopped trying to check. Okay. I think we've determined that it takes about 40 seconds. I'm not supposed to get drunk, by the way.
Oh.
It takes about 40 seconds for Gravel Switch to hear what you say.
No, it does not take 40 seconds.
No,
it takes about 12.
I timed it.
It doesn't.
No, I timed it.
Well, that has to do with the latency on his end.
I know. But for me to see, like, I asked him to type what time it was. 10:32. I said, okay, it's 10:32. Type 10:32 right now. And it took 40 seconds for me to see it.
That's what you talked about.
It was very important. We talked about latency and internet speed.
Well, all right. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what we got.
That's what we have.
So one of the things I want to do
Yeah.
is I've got the startup episode 3 that I've been doing. I've been editing it down, and it's.
I really like how this smells. Sorry, I just noticed I'll be like smelling my bourbon for a while. I'm enjoying the smell. Sorry, episode 3.
And what does it smell like?
It smells like good bourbon.
What does that smell like?
I'm a bourbonologist.
A bourbon-ologist?
Bourbonologist.
Bourbon?
I just like to smell things.
It smells like vanilla.
I like smelling pretty things. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
It does a little bit. You get a bit of leather, a little bit of oak. This is actually really oaky. I just smell oak.
This doesn't smell like oak.
It does smell like oak. Smell some alcohol.
It smells like alcohol.
Smells like
it's 100
alcohol.
proof.
A little bit of burning in my nose. But I enjoy it. It reminds me of leather. It's very leathery to me.
You know, I realized what the ADHD brain is. I actually realized what it was.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it me?
No.
Is it not?
No, you are nowhere near the ADHD that I know.
Oh no, I actually control it really well.
You're like ADHD light. You're like on medicine ADHD.
I know, which is great, which is why I don't take medicine for it.
Yeah, well, you
I'm
basically
already there.
ADHD is this goal. Oh, you have a goal? That's ADHD.
So
That's what it is.
Right. So whenever I have,
How do you deal on set? Because
you
there's
just learn to
no
deal with it.
way.
No, you
There's
just learn
no
to
way
deal
that
with it.
there's a bunch of people could be trying to do something, and you're like, there's no way you would survive.
You just turn it off.
How it?
I don't know. For me,
You just fucking turn it off.
I can turn it off. It's weird. I don't know. I can ignore
Why
it.
have you not been turning it off?
Because it's more fun this way. It's more fun this way.
Oh my God.
I crank it up when it's time to.
You turn it off.
Yeah.
So do you turn it off, or you just you hit mute? Or you
Maybe,
kinda like-
maybe mute. We'll say mute. We'll
You're
say
like-
there's a mute switch. You can be like, I mean, it's also like I honestly think this is why people start smoking too, like cigarettes. It's like stimulus work differently for people with
Sure.
ADHD, so it's kind of like a calming thing, and so like it gives you that break, so you can be like, oh, I'm gonna take a smoke break, which used to be more socially
accessible or
successful too, but accessible, socially acceptable.
accessible. Thank you.
Yeah.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
Acceptable.
It's a neat Mormon trick.
Smoking?
What?
Smoking is what the neat Mormons do.
Just so you know, they're at least. It's a neat Mormon trick. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Mormon.
To smoke. ADHD, turning it off? I don't know. We'll just guess now.
I feel like there's something going on here. Is it? I can still see you. Oh, okay. That's you guys talking about time.
I know. See, I told you it's about 40 seconds.
All right, Hulker.
Rather lengthy.
What are you talking about? First of all, capitalize Mormon.
What? Mormo deserves capitalization?
Mormon.
Turn it off.
Turn what off?
The ADHD. Turn it off like the Mormons
It's
do.
not my fault.
I don't know.
I have like reverse ADHD.
Do you?
Did you hear what I just said?
You reversed the ADHD.
No.
What?
I said I have like reverse
Reverse?
ADHD.
Reverse?
Okay.
Like revenescent ADHD?
Last few things, because we're winding down.
We have moved on in our minds.
We've moved on. You helping with the colorizing
Oh.
of episode 3 and 4.
Yeah. Like are we talking about Star Wars?
Motherfucker, I'm going to slap you mentally. The Book of Mormon features a song called Turn It Off.
No, he's talking about the show by the creators of South Park, the Book of Mormon, the Broadway production, which I've yet to see, and I don't think it's on Broadway anymore. Yeah, it's called Turn It Off.
I feel like since you were just going to pull this bullshit of, oh, I know some shit that you don't know because I watch a lot of media.
Oh, you found it out.
You know,
Oh,
it's like
God.
that scene in Spaceballs. It was like, I knew it. I was surrounded. So, you drank that fast.
I am twice your size.
You are at least twice.
At
my size.
least.
You're enormous.
Probably 3 times your volume.
No. How much do you weigh?
Enough. Somewhere in the mid 250s.
So I'm like 150.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'8"-ish, 5'9".
Yeah. I'm 6'6"-ish with hair.
You are 6'6"-ish. No, with hair you're more like 6'8".
Right, exactly.
He's 6'6", 6'8" with the fro.
Yeah, I'm 6'6".
Do the fro. Do it.
I mean, you can't see it. It's just
Do
like...
they can see it. Do the
There
fro.
we go. It's not a fro. It's just like...
You can do the fro.
Marvelous.
Damn.
There you go. This is for you, Gravel Switch.
Or hold on. Where's
No, I have to hide it now. My shit.
God,
It's
I
not.
would love to have that much hair.
I have so much hair. That's why I wore the hat. It's just I don't know
Dude,
what to
the
do
hair's
with it.
good.
I mean, this isn't good.
Ryan.
It'll be good if I like.
Yeah,
don't
imagine
wear a
you
hat
didn't have
all
an
day.
arm. Imagine you didn't have an arm and you were like, that's incredibly dramatic. But let's say you didn't have an arm and you're like, this looks kind of weak.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
sure.
go fuck yourself. I don't have an arm. Okay.
I found one. It is my own.
Last thoughts for the world.
Apparently, this is my last thought for the world.
You never know.
I have to drive home.
Are you? You're gonna hang out before you drive home.
I will. Am I what?
Are you gonna help out with episode 3 and 4?
Yeah, I believe I will.
Yeah.
I'm full of belief that I will. Help
I
out.
would. You know, I think.
Wasn't I supposed to do ADR for something?
What?
I was supposed to do.
Yes,
Whatever.
ADR for a thing called Double Trouble, Double Brothers. Double Brothers, Double Trouble.
All right, I'm not doing that anymore.
I don't think I have the ability to
Do it.
put it up here yet.
Okay.
Because I have not exported it to a movie. Oh wait, actually I do. Ooh, we'll do a little stupid premiere really quick. I actually can do
The
this.
best kind of premiere.
A stupid premiere.
A little stupid premiere.
Hold on. Tell them something anecdotal.
Gosh, I feel like there's a terrible joke with a little stupid premiere.
Just keep on going.
What could it be?
Go with it.
Has to be a Tinder
Do it.
joke related to Tinder or online dating.
Just do it.
No, just do it. It's a
Talk.
little. Just do it. It's a little stupid premiere. Something bunkum. Wow.
Just fucking talk. Do
I'll
it.
just do it. Just don't soft. I thought I saw Burning Kentucky listed there. Maybe I didn't.
Did you?
No.
No, you saw a blonde girl, and that she looks like.
Burning Kentucky Girl.
Yeah, Burning Kentucky Girl.
Burning Kentucky
So this
Girl.
is the Deep Time episode that Gravel Switch and I did.
So she is. Oh, Gravel Switch. Man,
Shut
Gravel
it.
Switch's
Shut
hair.
it. Oh my God, stop.
You just told me to start talking. I'm
No,
still
I
going.
didn't. Stop talking to me. Talk to them.
I'm talking to them. Talking about Gravel Switch hair. It's lengthy now.
Yes. All right.
In most places, it's lengthy. Some places less lengthy.
All right. Boom. All right. What we gonna do?
Oh, man.
We're gonna change this weird Google Meet thing on OBS to Double Brothers, Double Trouble. Boom. So, and can I?
If you put your mind to it.
Oh my God. Can I make the in-person chat? Well, there I am. Whoop. All right, we go. What I want to do is I'm going to do that again. Whoop. Ready? Whoop.
I'm impressed.
All right. So game talk, Dreadlord Bool. All right, popping back over. If that's weird, sorry.
I look like I really need more sleep.
All right, so check this out.
Where was this shot?
So you can't hear it, which is somewhat annoying. Gravel Switch, can you hear that at all? That should be the mic too. It's not working. Mic 2.
Mike 2.
Weird.
Mike 2. No, it's not there. What if I snap annoyingly?
No, it's not you. It's them.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I know what it is. Hold up. Hold up. Changing my sound. Aggregate device.
I showed
Changing
you.
my sound. All right. There it is. Come. I see each other. Bam.
Hey, just get off work? What up, bro? When'd you get back to town?
Bonafide. Haven't seen you in ages.
Yeah, I just got back in town. So, you been training? Nah, bro, you gotta keep training. The floating fist is way too powerful a technique to be neglected. See, I've been You guys leave your air conditioner on because I bet your power bill is sky high.
Now the ADR has not been done in this. This is a little sneak peek of one of the short films. You will be doing the ADR for the guy in blue.
The guy in blue.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super angry. That's me talking. Obviously, there's ADR.
Super angry.
No, dude. It's gone. Ah, crap. The sign read Don Cho Dojo. The console's gone, Ronan. No hairmakers at work here.
So that's gonna be you.
Okay, yeah. I like the
It's
bacon.
gone.
All
I
right.
don't care about the console.
Can
We
I
left
make up
Don
what
Cho a
he's
long
actually
time
saying?
ago. Done with that game crap.
To a degree, yeah.
Some
Sometimes
is
it's scrub line.
worth fighting. He's right, Ronan.
Shabba-ba-ba.
You gotta hold fast, bro.
You gotta know what they're doing.
Not
I
me,
know what
man.
you're
Not
saying, I
me.
know what they're
I'm
doing.
done with it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know either of these things.
I'm gonna
at the
go check
moment.
around, make sure one's
You
lurking.
guys are talking.
I know. You're supposed to talk. That's what you hired me to do.
Fine. I'll go it alone, Ronan.
Who's this guy? He's here.
What you jagoffs going on about? Lose your precious game console?
Niles, it was you, wasn't it?
Of course it was him. We're not in the game no more. Just give us back the console and we'll...
Go.
You Dan Chi boys ain't doing nothing but going straight to hell.
Whoa now. You don't come around here in our yard pointing a gun unless you want a response.
Of course I expect you to respond.
Alright, keep
I
on.
expect you to die.
Are you ready for your medicine? You killed my brother!
Are you ready for your medicine, hero?
Right. So, that's a little sneak peek of the very, very not finished,
Also unfinished.
very unfinished version of this short film called Double Brothers, Double Trouble. You will be doing the art,
The art.
the ADR
The AD art.
for the guy in blue.
Wow, is that what they call the
You're
art?
in blue. He's in the blue.
We're wearing blue.
You're wearing blue.
Yeah. Some of them wear blue.
Well, all right. We're done.
All right, we're done. It's been great. Thank you so much for
We're
having me.
done.
Yay.
Called it. Turn it off. Gravel Switch. Thank you for jumping in. Concurrent viewer number 1, whoever you are, thank you for jumping in.
I hope you survived.
Indeed. Peace out.